in this video of Oracle, we are going to learn about our topic number 6, that is Lob Datatype used in Oracle. So let's move on. Data type used in Oracle. So in the previous video, we have talked about the date data type, and we have also read out the data type used in Oracles, that number data type, character data types, date data type, and Lob data type. So in this video, we are going to learn about our Lob data type, which is so important also. And in the previous video, we have studied about the character data type, number data type, and date data types. In this video, we will learn most important topic, that is Lob data type. As data type topic is very important because it will define you that how you are going to use your data. So this topic is very important. This is the fundamentals topics that is very needed for studying the oracles. So data type has been characterized into 4 types: character data type, number data type, date data type, and Lob data type. We have studied 3 data type in the previous video about the character data type, number data type, and date data type. In this video, we are going to learn about Lob data type. So let's move on. Lob data type. Now finally, what do you mean by Lob? This question arises, and this is so important question as well. So Lob is nothing. Lob is a data type. So Lob is a data type. Okay. Now it stores and manipulates large blocks of unstructured data. Okay. So as we have studied about the character data type, that it stores the alphanumerical string character. About the number data type, that it stores numbers, and number can be positive, negative, or 0 also. And in the date data type, we have studied that it stores the date and times in a table. So Lob data type also stores some values. What types of values? So it stores and manipulates large blocks of unstructured data. And what do you mean by unstructured data? So unstructured data is that data which is not arranged, which has not any kind of structure in it, like text, graphics, image, video clips, and sound waveforms. So this is the unstructured data. Text is the unstructured data, graphics is, image is the unstructured data, video clips is the unstructured data, and sound waveform is unstructured data. So Lob data types enable you to store and manipulate large blocks of unstructured data such as text, graphics, image, videos, clips, and sound waveform in binary or character format. So this is the important and interesting fact, in binary form or character format. Okay, so this is a very interesting topic. Lob data type is classified into 4 categories: B log, C log, NC log, and B file. So the main function is that it stores and manipulates large blocks of unstructured data in binary or character format. And unstructured data is that data such as text, graphics, images, video clips, and sound waveform. So this is what we call unstructured data. So very easy to understand that it stores large block of unstructured data in binary or character formats. So moving on the next thing, Lob data types. Oracle recommend that you always use Lob data type over long data type. So this is that Oracle recommends us. Okay. So we can use any type of data type with Lob data type. What Oracle has recommends us that you always use Lob data type over long data types. So if I am using Lob data type, then I have to use long data type. This is what Oracle recommends us. Okay. Now you can perform parallel queries, but not parallel DML or DDL on log columns. This is very interesting point. we will learn about the queries in the upcoming videos. What in this lecture, query is something that what we call questions, that I have some questions to you, that what is your name. This is the query. So if I started and want to find some of the questions, this is what we call query. So you can perform parallel queries on log columns. What you not do DML or DDL. You cannot do DML or DDL. So it's simple. You can perform queries on log columns, but not parallel DML or DDL queries. So we cannot perform DML, that is data manipulation language, and about data definition language we cannot perform on the log columns, but we can perform parallel queries on it. So okay, moving on the next, that is log data types. Log data type differs from long and log data type in several ways. So if I differentiate this term with long and long raw data type, so it is different in several ways. As Oracle has recommends us that you always use log data type over long data type. So I am differentiating this long data type and long raw data type, and it can be differed in several ways. So let's look at this examples. A table can contain multiple log columns, but only one long columns. This is very important point for the log data type. A table can contain multiple log columns, so it can contain multiple log columns but only one long columns in it. This is the restriction that you need to specify, because Oracle has given us a point that you have to perform this activity, otherwise your code is not going to be run. The next point is the maximum size of the log is 128 terabyte depending on the database block size, and the maximum size of the log is only 2 gigabytes. So we can say that log is 128 terabytes block size, and the maximum size of log is 2 gigabyte. Okay, so the maximum size of log is 2 gigabyte and the log maximum size is 128 terabyte. So the size of log is too large and the size of log is not too large as compared to the log. So this is the maximum range, we can say. The maximum range of log is 128 terabyte depending on the database block size, and the maximum size of the log is only 2 gigabyte. So this is what we can differentiate in it. Log supports random access to data. So log support random access to data means we can randomly access all the data, but long doesn't support. So it long supports only sequential access. So this is what the difference between the log data types and the long data types. Log supports random access to the data, we can randomly access the data, but in long we cannot randomly access the data. It's only support the sequential access. So moving on the next point that is also so important, log data type. Log data type except NC log. We will talk about the data type also, that the types of the logs. This is the one type of the log, also the one type of the log. So log data types can be attribute of a user defined object type, but long data type cannot be the attributes of the user defined object types. So we can say that log data type can be user friendly because it defined user defined object type, but long data type cannot be user friendly because it is not going to define a user defined object types. So this is what the difference between the log and the long. Moving on the next, log data types. So log data type is categorized into four type. So first data type is blog, second data type is clog, third data type is nclog, and fourth data type is bfile. So in this video we will study this all four data type of log. Okay, so moving on the first topic, that is blog. And what is the function of the blog, how it works on the Oracle, what is going to be stored, what is the maximum size of it. So these all things we will learn one by one in this video. Blog. The blog data type store unstructured binary data in the database. Okay, it is same as that we have studies about, because the property exists in it. So blog data type stores unstructured binary data in the database. Unstructured binary data. What do you mean by unstructured? So it may be text, images, videos, clips, and sound waveforms. So blob can store up to 128 terabyte of binary data. So this is the maximum range of blob. Blob can store up to 128 terabytes of binary data. So it is its maximum range. Now, moving on the topic of the log, the next data type is clog. So the clog data type is store up to 128 terabyte of the character data in the database. So if I differentiate the blogs and clogs, then blogs stores unstructured binary data in the database, and it has a maximum range up to 128 terabyte of binary data. What in clog, it stores up to 128 terabytes of the character data types in the database. So it stores the character data types, and blogs stores unstructured binary data in the database. So this is what the difference between blog and clog. So what we are saying, clogs stores database character set data. It is also important. Database character set data. So it stores the character data in the database, we can say. Next, moving on the data type of the log, that is nclog. Now the nclog data types store up to 128 terabyte of the character data in the database. It is also same as that we can say about clog. So nclog is, we can say, same in the data type, that the storage capacity is 128 terabyte of character data. It stores same data type as clogs, that is character data type in the database. What it has differentiation between this. What difference between this is that clogs can store up to 128 terabytes of the character data type in the database, and that is the difference between this. What nclog stores Unicode national character set. What? Unicode national character set. So this is the main difference. Clog stores any kind of character set. What nclog stores only Unicode national character set data, and this is what the difference between these two things. And also storing varying width log data in a fixed width Unicode character set internally enables Oracle's database to provide efficient character based random access on clog and nclogs. So it has its advantage that it can store varying width log data type, means different size data types in a fixed width Unicode character, means having a fixed set of the Unicode characters set internally enables Oracle database to provide efficient character based random access, that we can access these data randomly on the clogs as well as nclogs. So this is what we are studying. So moving on the next data type, that is bfile, and this is also important data type. As far we have studied about the clog, nclog and blog. Now the final data type of the log data type is bfile data type. The V file data type store unstructured binary data in the operating system files outside the database. So V file, we can say, it stores unstructured binary data in which, in operating system, outside of the database. So if I have to store unstructured binary data in the system and not in the database, then we will use V file database. So we will use V file data type. And also a V file column or attribute store a file locator that points to an external file containing the data. So V file or the column or the attribute stores V files columns or the attribute. Column is called as the attribute. We have studied about these things, that V files column is attribute in the technological terms. So V file column or the attribute stored a file locator. So V file stores a file locator that points to an external file containing the data. So it has also this kind of function that it can give you the idea about the data which is externally used outside of the database. And the next thing is that the amount of the V file data that can be stored is limited by the operating system. So okay, you can say that the amount of the V file data is limited by the operating system, that we can store certain amount of the data in the operating system only. And next important and the most important point is that V files are read only. We cannot edit it, we cannot change it. This kind of files are read only, you cannot modify names. So this was all about the Lob data type in this video. And the next point is that they supports only random, that is random reads, not sequential reads. They supports only random, that we can randomly read the data, and they do not participate in transactions. This is the most important point of the V files, that they do not participate in the transaction, means they will not perform transactions. And the most important point is that the underlying operating system must maintain the file integrity, security and durability for the V files. That the operating system is going to maintain your file integrity because it has its feature. Operating system supports your file integrity, security and durability of the V files. So this is what about the V file. And the next point about the V file is that database administrator must ensure that the file exists and that Oracle database processes have operating system read permission on the file. So it also allows that, because we are going to have a database administrator, because I am using it, so I can give the permission to the user that you have the permission to read the data only. So this is the most interesting things in the V files that we are going to use them. So this is what makes us the connections and the most important topic of the Lob data types. In this video we have studied about the Lob data types, its types, that about the different type. So it has been classified into 4 data types, that is Lob data type. Lob data type has been classified into 4 data types. First one was C Lob data type, B Lob data type, NC Lob data type and V file. And we have studied about these all the things. In the next video we are going to learn about the properties of the table and how it's going to help you in creating the table. So thanks for watching. Dhanyavad.